Hey, it's Laura Ponchick, your trusted Westside Realtor. If you've been eyeing property sales in West LA, January gave us some very interesting signals. I'll show you where homes are flying, where buyers have leverage, and even show you some great case studies that you'll want to see for yourself. Okay, let's jump into it. So first up, the basics. 41 single-family homes and 44 condos and townhomes found new owners in January. Houses averaged a median sales price of 2.76 million, and condos were, of course, lower, around 1.36 million. I always like looking at days on market because it kind of gives you a larger picture of how things are going. So days on market for single family home, 38 days, which is roughly what it's been for the past couple months. And condos were quite a bit longer at 53 days, which is also consistent with what we've been seeing on the west side. So the translation to that is that detached homes, especially those in really good condition and priced right, are still getting snapped up quickly. So if I'm saying this is the average, then what does that mean for how competitive it is? In January, for single family homes, 1 in 3 houses sold over asking. Condos, on the other hand, not quite the same. Only 1 in 8 sold over listing. Most of them were either at or actually well below asking price, which for you as a buyer means that you, if you're looking at a single family home, want to come ready and bring your best game plan with you. Whereas if you're buying a condo, you actually have time on your side. Sellers might be willing to negotiate with you to get either better terms or a better price. You may even be seeing more credits. I wouldn't look at the fact that they've been sitting longer as a reason not to look. I actually see it as a motivation and that you should be moving forward into looking at condos if that's something that's interesting to you. So next up, I want to focus on where the heat is. So if we're looking at, this is a graph of all the single family homes that sold on the west side in January, listed from lowest to highest. As you can see, we have one extreme outlier, but overall, the average home sale price was hovering somewhere in the middle, about 1.5 million to 3 million, and the majority of closings landed around there too. We actually even saw some quick wins like 2506 Corinth, which listed for $1 million, sold for 1.07 in one day. That is a tight market for a well-priced home. For condos, that sweet spot's a little lower, hovering around 1.1 to $1.3 million. And then there's the Woe sale, which was 2408 Pier Avenue in Ocean Park, listed at 1.995 and sold for 2.76, so 38% over asking. So clearly, I'm kind of curious what the story is with that one because it wasn't quite turnkey, but clearly there was a buyer interested or buyers. I'm sure this was a multiple bidding situation. And when something's right and the market notices, it'll go pretty fast and can go quite over asking. Taking a peek into the luxury market, we see that on the high end, one stunner on the sand, 705 Palisades Beach, closed at $15.7 million in January, which is more than $4,000 per square foot. But of course reminds us of the age-old phrase you always heard, which is location, location, location. This is right on the sand off of PCH, gorgeous location and a very nice home. Condos leaned a little more buyer friendly, so longer market times, more at or under listing sales, and even some really high price condos that sold as well. There was another one at the beach as well, 101 Ocean Ave, that closed for $7 million, which is a little higher than most, but there definitely are buyers out there that are looking at that market and want that lifestyle where they don't have to deal as much with home upkeep and can have all of the amenities like valet parking and gyms and things like that. So after all of this data, you're probably asking yourself what this means for you. So what I'm going to say is that if you are house hunting, you want to be offer ready and focus on homes that have just hit the market. That's really where competition is going to heat up. If you're condo curious, on the other hand, you have time on your side, which means you can actually use that to negotiate with the seller who is tired of having their place on the market. They may be willing to give you more in credits, repairs, or even a lower price. So if you're looking to learn more and want a micro trend for your exact street or building, I'd love to help you with that. Shoot me a DM and grab time on my Calendly link below, and I'd be more than happy to tailor a game plan that fits your budget and your style. Thanks.